I mean, people, listen, on a more joking side, people go as far as saying, I look like I've been through 6 wars. Some crazy shit, right? I remember my first girlfriend told me she looks in my eyes and all she sees is darkness, right? This is about my entire life, okay? I'm telling you, this isn't some things I'm just coming in my head. I'm being told these things, like some crazy shit. And then, right, there is the actor from The Punisher. He works in like 6 different movies, but it's always the Punisher, right? Always the Punisher. It's never, the guy from Walking Dead, right? I think that was one time with Austin, right? It's always the Punisher. It's always something to do with war or I'm telling you, it's crazy shit. It's crazy shit. But hey, I'd rather be this way than one of those, one of those weebs. I'd rather be this way than, you know what I'm saying? That was a joke. That was me just making fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm just looking at
Sorry.
you.
Yeah, my bad.
I'm just gonna look at you for a second. Is that okay?
Okay, I'll look at you too. Maybe I need to do my eyebrows. I've been telling you to do my eyebrows more.
Can you shut up for a second, Train? You're not a scary guy, man.
I know. You know what's crazy? When I tell jokes, I have to. And hey, you can ask my chat about this. Look, my VODs. I have developed this habit over the last 10 years of my life where I have to, every time I make a joke, I need to add a fake laugh at the end of the joke. It's like a little chuckle to let people know this is a joke, right? I'm telling you, I have this very, I don't know what it is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably my fault, but that's it right there. That was it.
I can get behind it. I think I'm convinced. I'm convinced that people look at you and are intimidated. I'm convinced. Makes me sad. But I don't think it's all in your head. I do still think that there are elements of projection or almost like this sort of projective insecurity. You're kind of thinking like, oh my God, I'm so scary. And so because the truth... The truth.
I'm not thinking that though, because that's not the truth, right? Like if you and I talk deeper into it, I don't think I'm that because I know what I actually am. That's the problem. That's why I have to show the high school photo. If I truly thought I was scary, I wouldn't show the high school photo. I'd be like, yeah, what's up, right? I need to show the high school photo.
Yeah, no, you would. That's why you show the high school photo, right? Because you're showing the high school photo to dispel the myth that you are scary. It's not that you're scary on the inside. It's that you're the beast. You're scary on the outside. You've got this kind of ape-like countenance, an intense gaze, a physical imposing kind of thing. And I'm just really torn because I don't know if this is just just play to it, right? Because this is just what God has given you. And you've got a deep voice and you are, and then there's a part of me that's sort of like, it's gotta be tough to be, to walk around and not be able to talk. I've heard this from women actually, that women have to learn, especially in high powered professions, they have to learn how to use a different voice.
I've heard of that actually. It's called something. I've heard of that. We talked about that last podcast actually. That in certain situations they have to change their voice
and things
vocal
like that.
Something. Yeah, vocal fry.
Vocal fry. Sorry.
Vocal fry. Yeah.
So they'll add vocal fry to their language so that people don't think that they're a cold bitch. And so they'll be sort of like ditzy or valley girl or call it whatever. I've actually talked to women who've sort of had these experiences, and I'm wondering whether, it's hard, Train. I don't know. I just want, because something tells me because my kids know the Disney tropes. And if you're a scary looking dude, I'm pretty sure, one of my kids is kind of a scaredy cat. And I think if she's not scared of you, I'd sort of trust her. And I think
I've never met a kid that's scared of me. Kids love me.
So that's the other thing, Train, is I think you've got to really think about that, right? Because kids are pretty, they're pretty surface level. I mean, in a sense, they're surface level, and in a sense, they're deep. And something makes me wonder, why is it that what is it that the kids see that the adults don't? And what's the difference there?
It's not about what the kids see and the adults don't. It's what the kids don't and what the adults see, right? As you grow older, there's different stereotypes and social constructs or social standards that are set, such as what you said earlier, right? The incels say I don't have a jawline. She's not going to like me, right? So when you point that out, right? Thank you. So thank you so much. So actually, Ludwig said the same thing like 2 days ago. But anyways, so just kidding. But seriously. But anyways, right? When you point out that an incel says, I have a small jawline, she's not going to like me. You're literally right there. It's being admitted that there's this weird social standard set that if you have a strong jawline, if you have a deep voice, if you look like a man, then you're a true man. And without that, you're not a man, right? So it's these things. I think it's that, right? I think it's insecurity. So, right? Here's my experience. People who I've met that have treated me normal and they've been the coolest people in the world, they could be the ugliest, the most beautiful. They share one thing: confidence. When they have self-confidence, there's none of this ever, right? Like a good example is Will Neff, right? I think Will Neff has a strong grasp of who he is, at least for now, with where he is in life.
I don't know who that is, but
I think he has a confidence. And when he sees me, he doesn't see me as this. He talks to me like we're souls floating in the sky, right? So there's different people that I've met that have just a true confidence, and I never have that issue with. It's usually, and when I say true confidence, it's understanding and being one with your insecurities. I don't think it's possible to be fully rid of your insecurities, or at least, like, I think everyone has them and you kind of become aware of them, you manage them, maybe one day you can live without them, sure. But like, I think insecurities make who you are, right? So when I say confidence, that's what I'm referring to, right? I think go ahead.
Can I ask you kind of just a random question that I don't think we've talked about, and I find myself being really curious about this. So
yeah.
What have your romantic relationships been like?
Good. I've had 3 girlfriends. That's it. And they've been good. I think they, when I talk honestly with them, I think they open up, I actually just had this conversation recently with my current girlfriend, and we were talking about when she first met me versus, what she knows of me now. What she knows of me now, she knows I'm like a nice guy and, I'm softer on the inside. But when she first met me, when she first looked at me, she thought I was just this douchebag. She even went as far as me, even went as far as saying, she could see me snapping, becoming, serial killer or some shit, right? Like these are the things, right, that are admitted. Like once you get close enough with someone where they lose nothing admitting these things to you, right? And I've been told that by a lot of people. The serial killer remark, I've been told that by so many people, and it's the eyes. It's the eyes. I don't know what it is. Listen, look at my eyes.
What? I looked at you already. We did this. We played this game. So I don't know what that does to, I'm just, so professionally, I don't know what it does to a human being to be told by multiple people that I thought you looked like a serial killer. What the fuck, man? What does that do to someone?
Well, to be fair, she was just using that as an example to she thinks I would beat someone's ass if they pissed me off, right? She was just, but other people, when they say that, I think they're being serious. I don't think she'd date me if she thought that, right? I don't, because she's like a good girl, right? So I don't think she'd date me if she thought that. But when other people tell me that, I don't know. I guess the people that tell me that, I don't really fuck with. So I'm kind of happy they think that, because I don't want them coming near me. So I think it works. It's a win-win. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Train, I don't know. That I'm just so conflicted between my heart going out to you and also thinking that if you did have a gigantic amount of cognitive bias or projection or view of the world, how would that happen? It would be a 15-year-old kid being told that they look like a serial killer. I mean, I don't know that you were 15 at the time, 18-year-old, 19-year-old.
I do want to make clear the reference I made. It was more of a metaphoric thing of how mad I'd get, right, with my girlfriend's situation.